kind of curious, the vision for you and the kind of your decision-making process that you kind of go through as you make these decisions to help you get to the vision.
Yeah. So part of the reason I said yes was I did get in at the early stages. And I do believe that I would have continued to grow. But as to what we were talking about, there's 5 levels and 7, right? And I also know that companies hit their plateau, like everybody, like look at Keller Williams, look at EXP, and Real was on the up, right? However, at a certain point, Real is going to hit their plateau as well. They all do, right? And so I was looking at it and saying, okay, well, what's going to happen when we start having churn and I have no value proposition? Like
Yep.
I'm the OG that got in early and my agents are churning because that's what happens, right?
Yep.
Like if they're not collecting revenue share and I don't have any value proposition, then what's going to happen in 3-5 years? Like I'm never going to grow. Right? Because you're going to have that churn. It's just business.
Mm-hmm.
So when I started looking at it and being like, well, could I go rebuild where I do have the 7 levels and the 6 and 7 pay substantially more, right? And also be in an ecosystem where I do have a value proposition and the I as Spring can pivot if the market in 5 years and I need to change what my value proposition is, that I can at least still be in control of my business, of what I'm offering for an agent to be in our ecosystem. So that was the business side of me being like, okay, yeah, I'm going to start over, but I believe that I have control over saying, hey, this is what it's going to look like when it starts to go that way. I also truly believe that EXP is in that 2.0 era. I think that you guys, when you started with that you were the first, it was an idea, and then COVID hit and it was just like, boom, like it was massive, right? And I think now it's like the model is normal. It's going to be the model of the future for everybody. I don't see any brokerage coming out that's not going to have a revenue share component. And so the foundation where profitable, you've got the infrastructure, like everything is there. So now at this point where all the models are going to be exactly the same, why not have the foundation of the OG to go build off of, right? And so that was another one of my thought processes. The other component of it, to be very candid with you, is I'm like, I have a leadership team totally cheering me on, meaning like Leo and everybody and you guys, like, it's not like I'm on an island being like, how do I do this? Like, it's great to have the support of like, yeah, we want to see you win. Like, it doesn't matter who you are in the company. You all want to see me win because it is ballsy. And it is one of those things that's like, okay, well, I am literally an open book, you guys. Like, the only reason I haven't screenshotted my actual income and put it on is like, I don't need the whole, like, whatever it's called of like the disclosures and all of that. I'm like, I don't need that part of it, but I would have no problem being like, I'll show you how I'm going to get back to this. Right. But I'm like, I don't need the headache of whatever the guidelines of the law stuff. So I was
Someone
like,
will turn you in.
yeah, someone will turn me in. So I'm like, I don't need any of that. I'll just show you like where my agent count is. Right. But I just truly, truly think like, and this is for anybody, I'm not special. I'm just willing to do the work. Like, it's the same thing when I joined Real. I joined Real being a small team in Salt Lake City, Utah. Nobody knew who I was. Like, nobody. I chose to be like, okay, how can I go grow this? Oh, I'll throw an event. Oh, I'll have 40 people show up to my office. Oh, I got some traction. Okay, I'll go create a little bit of a coaching program. Oh, I'll go build out my name. Like, do you know how uncomfortable that was to be like, I'm going to go create a brand called Spring? It was like terrifying, you guys, terrifying. And I was just like, well, I'll put it out there. And then I started running Facebook ads and I started like getting a little bit more. Like, when I did my first event, I was scared shitless. I did my second event and I cried in the middle of the night. And I'm not a crier, just so you know. But it was a fucking disaster. And I just like remember being like, my husband's like, what is going on? I'm like, oh, I failed, but the thing is, you just have to keep going. And so now I'm at year 4. I just hosted one. I had over 500 people show up, and it's like, it's a thing, but here's the deal. Like, you just have to be consistent and put in the work and be willing to every day. I'm like, all right, who am I prospecting? Who am I talking to? Like, where am I flying to, whatever. And so I'm willing to do it. And so I know that I'm going to win. And that's the same with anybody else. If you're willing to do it and put your ass out there and like be willing to be vulnerable or put your name, and like, you guys should read some of the comments on my, if you ever want entertainment, go find one of my ads and you'll be like, damn, this girl gets some heat. And it's what it is, you know? So you just have to be willing to do it. But EXP is the vehicle long-term for me. And I believe it can be for anybody if you're willing to put yourself out there.
Yep.
Spring, you said it a couple times, do the work. When you step back and unpack that, I mean, what like, there's busy and productive, right? Are we getting results, doing the things that actually drive results? But in your mind, when you say do the work, what does that mean?
Well, so when I said, I'm going to do this, then I hate to put it this way, but I have to compete with all of you, right? I have to compete with everybody. So I'm like, what's going to be my offer? And I don't have to compete with you guys. You guys are in my upline, but you get what I'm saying. Like, what is my offer? So anyway, I went in and said, okay, here's what I'm going to put out there. Then from that to, okay, how am I going to package it? What got to go high level. Okay, I've got to hire these people. Now I need to go create some infrastructure. Now I need to get in front of people, like conversations, webinars. I mean, I am literally doing it all, from being on here to I host a weekly webinar called The Vault that I host. We host trainings every week. I have a bi-weekly community call that for agent attraction. Like, I truly am. I didn't plug into everybody else's, like I am a little bit, but I'm like, no, if I'm going to go build Spring and people want to be a part of me, then I have to have something. Right.
Yep.
And so I've gone in and created it. I've hired staff that only works for my EXP world. And she's flying out to somewhere to onboard a team because they don't have the infrastructure. And like, I mean, I'm putting in the work, but I also know that it will 10x return by doing that. And so it's the same path you guys went. Like, it's the exact same things you're doing or that you did and you are doing, that you have to just put in some of those pieces to be something significant.